pocket full of honey and I'm ready to go. No, I ain't got no money, but I'm letting you know I'm gonna love you like a fool and breathe you until I hallucinate.
So here we are, I'm finally putting this video out. It's been a hectic sort of couple of weeks to get everything ready and sort of be flat out really, and trying to get the gym finished and open, which is what this video is about, obviously. But yeah, it's just been really hectic. I wanted to kind of just show you what I've been working on, what's been happening, and just sort of explain a little bit of stuff behind the scenes over the past couple of months.
When you call my name, got stars in my eyes, and they won't change when you come my way. I'm losing I'm losing my mind.
As you may have noticed from the videos, we were during the lockdown period pumping the videos out. We changed the format of the videos and everything like that. But then sort of over the past sort of month or so, we've tried to keep the videos there, but my head's just been full of other things, trying to get this sort of gym ready, and other bits and bobs going on, which I will explain.
Touch, I could never have too much. I'll breathe you in forever and ever.
So yeah, the gym. I've sort of really wanted to open a gym for a few years now. When I started this YouTube channel, it was a fitness channel, and I used to put all my workouts on here, loads of sort of fitness related content and all that kind of thing, and I really enjoyed it. It was a big part of my work. I'm a personal trainer, so I had it all blended in together, and that was kind of like what I was doing like sort of 4 years ago or whatever when I first started. And I guess the end goal with the fitness side of things is to have this gym really that has come to fruition just over the past few months. I have actually had this opportunity probably 3-4 times in the past where I've been presented with an option to have the gym, and it's something that I've really wanted, but at the time it just hasn't felt right each time, and it's all sort of got to come together to happen, but those times in the past it just wasn't the right time and the right people to work with and all that kind of thing. So I always just put it on the back burner, built my sort of fitness career up, and then sort of last year this sort of opportunity got presented to me, and it's just one of them that I was interested in, I wanted to do, but we left it sort of for a while. Just it was an initial idea, and I didn't really sort of think too much about it just because of the other stuff in the past as well. So I just decided it, didn't really think much of it, and just continued on what I was doing. COVID sort of hit, which was March time this year. Prior to COVID hitting, I didn't really think much about sort of this sort of new gym. Back then it was kind of like just working on the goals, what I wanted to work on in terms of YouTube, and my clients, and I'm always planning ahead and planning things out, but this gym, it was kind of there in the background, but I didn't really know what was going to come of it. So when COVID hit, I was just doing my PT, we were doing YouTube videos, and then everything just came to a stop. As you know, I wasn't in any gyms for months and months and months. I didn't do any PT for months and months. We filmed everything that we could. We had the amazing, beautiful arrival of Bella, which again through YouTube was absolutely incredible to capture that moment, and a life-changing family event. And that obviously happened in June, but that's a part of this year which is incredibly emotionally high in terms of the roller coaster you go on. We had the COVID, which my job, my income got wiped away, which was a worry and a panic. And then we obviously, Tamira was pregnant and we had Bella, and it's like a real sort of high and amazing feeling. It was just sort of into early July. I got the call from a good friend of mine who I've trained for quite a long time, Joe, and he mentioned to me about the gym, and we had the chat. It was like what we discussed sort of the previous year, and there was the real opportunity of doing it there. It fell perfectly, so we jumped right in and started the planning process, and again I was kind of like flung on to the next phase then. So we'd had Bella, the sort of all rush of having a new baby, and then there was kind of like my work and personal training, and gyms were starting to reopen, but then obviously with this new opportunity, I went for the meeting, I saw what we could do, and I just decided, that's it, I'm doing it, I'm going for it, this is the time. I decided at that point to kind of change my career and come away from the gym that I'd been at for such a long time and go down this route and get this gym open, build it out how we wanted to build it out, how the design wanted to be, from the branding to the equipment. It was really nice to put that together and see it come to life.
All I can say, I went to see the gym and it absolutely blew me away. It looked so good. It was larger than what I thought it was going to be, and it just looked like the perfect space. So I'm really, after all of that trying and, you know, keep going, when I went and saw the outcome, because I hadn't seen the process at all, because I've just been at home and, you know, sorting everything else out, I was absolutely blown away, and I'm really proud of Chris, and it's really worth it. And I just can't say enough how his positive attitude to everything, and it really rubs off on me, and how strong he is at controlling his emotions. It just completely has blown me away.
So that's pretty much the situation. It's been one hell of a year, to be honest, as for many, of highs and lows, but one thing I haven't touched upon, which is what I wanted to talk about behind the scenes. I obviously spoke about this sort of when it was happening back in sort of July time, August I think, but it's my mum. If you've watched the videos, she sort of had to have a big operation a couple of months ago, and you know, we've got COVID going on, so we can't go visit because you've got to be in bubbles or you're isolating or whatever. So real strange sort of time where my mum was struggling, and didn't really know what was going on, but also she was quite isolated with my dad because of COVID, so we didn't really see her that much over that sort of period of the lockdown because of all this. So obviously I knew that there was something wrong with my mum. In fact, when Bella was born in June, my mum was actually in the hospital at the same time, on the other side of the hospital, having a blood transfusion, because her iron levels were rock bottom. So that was an emotional because I had my mum there, she's isolated, COVID, no one can go in with her, no one can be there. We were having Bella, all these emotions going on, and like at that point, I just felt my mum was okay. She's getting checked out. Nobody had said anything, and nobody had sort of said there was anything wrong. They were doing the investigating. We'd obviously had Bella. This new gym opportunity came around, and you just caught up in the middle of it. But then my mum got the news that she'd sort of got a scan, and scan results back. They told us that they'd found a really big tumour on her bowel. To hear that news, it was just gut-wrenching. I think that all sorts goes through your mind, and the word tumour is scary. It was just one of them moments that, again, it just hits you like a ton of bricks. Incredibly, you've had all these things going on emotions wise, and then that's another one to just hit you in the stomach, and you just think, what is it and what's going on? And you're praying that everything's okay. So yeah, later down the line she went in for an operation to go get rid of this tumour, and that time was horrible. I mean, when she went in, nobody could go in with her. My dad was obviously at home basically on his own, which was really strange for him. I tried to be there as much as I could for my dad. We went to go play golf and do all that sort of stuff. But my mum was just stuck in hospital for 10 days, just non-stop on her own. She'd had this big operation. She was pumped full of drugs to sort of help her recover quickly and all that sort of stuff. And, you know, it was a really frightening time. And I think that, like, when she sort of had that operation done, I thought that it was kind of over at that point, and you sort of don't realise like the knock-on effect, and I guess that, like, after that it kind of, I felt like she was okay, she was fine. She came out of hospital and she started recovering really well, but then sort of not so long after, about 2 weeks after, we found out actually it was cancer. And that, just hearing those words, and your mum, cancer and your mum together, is two things you never ever want to experience. So it's kind of like, that was a real big hit on me.
It's been really weird to not have Chris's mum around a lot. Yes, we can talk to each other, messaging, but it's been really bizarre what's been going on. Everything is positive with that now, and she's so strong. I can't believe how strong she is. So, I'm feeling a little bit emotional. Just calm down a minute.
My mum's the strongest person I know. She's incredible. So that basically is against what's been happening in the background. I've had these incredible highs, but these gut-wrenching worries as well. And thankfully my mum, the strong woman that she is, she's recovering really, really well. Fortunately, the surgeon has removed the tumour well. As far as we know, the cancer's gone. The tumour's away, the cancer's away. It hadn't grown out and gone to other parts of the body. I think that she's definitely on the mend. She looks a lot better, and she's healing really well. But she is having to have chemotherapy, which is obviously trying to sort of restore everything and make sure that there's no chance of this thing coming back.
So yeah, Chris's mum is through the worst of it, and we're just going through now, but it's been really, really hard, and really hard on Chris. We were waiting and waiting on results, and then it came back with the C word, and that was a massive shock. It's been a massive blow from blow, and not being able to be there, and potentially if we see her, we may bring COVID with us, and she's vulnerable, so we haven't done. And I think it's just been like, I know that she's missing the girls. Hasn't seen Bella for a while now, and she's changing daily, and it's just, and you know, she's the staple for Olivia and Scarlett. Like, Olivia loves to talk to Grandma. She really does talk to her, and Grandma gets her. So it's been really different without her being so involved in our life, but I'm so glad she's on the mend and she's so strong, and it really has knocked us as a family. And Chris 100%, so yet again he's been dealing with that underlining of everything, and that's why I can't praise him enough for it. He just stays so positive. I can be quite negative at times, but Chris always stays positive, and it just rubs off on you. He's got this energy that rubs off on you, and it makes you want to achieve more and do better. And I'm just really super proud of him for getting through. This has been a really tough time for him. I'm not joking. It has been the hardest time I've ever seen him have to go through.
The gym's open. I hope you like the look of it. I hope you think it's good. I love it. It's incredible, and it's everything I could ever have wanted. We've worked on this for months and months and months. I'm so proud of it. Me and Joe have done such a good job at getting this ready. Joe's dad has done unbelievable. Like, the work that he's done on this place has been crazy. So massive shout out and thanks to him. But this is paradise. It's been the dream for so long, and I hope you like it. So that's open. Bella's doing fantastic. Tamara is incredible. The mother and her wife and everything. The girls, Olivia and Scarlett, they're just doing really well. They're back into school well. So things are really good right now. And my mum is thankfully on the mend and getting there positively. So that is another sort of good sort of thing. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about that and explain a little bit of sort of what's been going on for the past sort of few months. But thankfully right now, as we go into Christmas time, things are looking up and looking good, and hopefully there'll be a lot more videos, there'll be more stuff to capture, and we can restore some normality and restore our routine and everything like that back into play, which I think we can do now. But yeah, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening to my story and for following our journey as a family and everything like that. All your comments, the likes when you give it a thumbs up, the support we have even over on our Instagram, everything like that, it really does mean the world to us, and we really sort of love what we do. So thank you all so much. We'll be back very soon with the next video, I promise that. And I guess we will see you all then. Thank you.